Breaking news. This just dropped on the channel, and trust me, you do not want to miss this. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a second of the biggest Minnesota Vikings news. Now, let's get into it. This is the kind of bombshell that could shake up the entire NFL. Could Aaron Rodgers really be coming to Minnesota? It sounds crazy, but Adam Schefter just threw Minnesota into the national conversation about where Rodgers could land next. And guess what? It actually makes a lot more sense than you might think. Rodgers' story would come full circle if he ended his career in Minnesota. He played at Pleasant Valley High School, whose nickname just so happens to be the Vikings. Fate? Maybe. But let's break it all down. 1. The Brett Favre cycle. If Rodgers lands in Minnesota, it would complete the most legendary QB cycle in NFL history. Brett Favre left Green Bay, went to the Jets, then the Vikings. Rodgers left Green Bay, went to the Jets. You see where this is going? Could he follow in Favre's footsteps and have one last MVP-caliber season with Minnesota? The script is already written. 2. Rodgers could play for cheap at 42 years old. Rodgers isn't going to demand another $112 million contract like he did with the Jets. If Minnesota could land him for $10 million or less, it might be one of the smartest moves in franchise history. Think about it, how many teams have a championship-caliber roster and an opening at QB? Not many. The Vikings could be one of the best fits out there. 3. The publicity and jersey sales. From a business standpoint, signing Rodgers would be a home run. After he joined the Jets, his number 8 jersey became the top-selling NFL jersey in April 2023 and stayed in the top 10 all season. Imagine the sales if he wore purple and gold. And let's not forget the primetime games. Rodgers in Minnesota would mean national TV exposure, intense Vikings-Packers showdowns, and endless media coverage. 4. The McCarthy mentorship. Rodgers isn't just a future Hall of Famer, he's also been a great mentor. Just look at how he helped Jordan Love in Green Bay and even tried to guide Zach Wilson in New York. Bringing him in could allow J.J. McCarthy to develop under one of the smartest QBs of all time, learning the offense and preparing for a takeover in 2026. 5. Rodgers equals content goldmine. Let's be honest, Rodgers in Minnesota wouldn't just bring wins, it would bring endless storylines. From orbs and UFOs to political takes and weekly segments on the Pat McAfee Show, Rodgers is always in the headlines. If you think Vikings content has been wild, imagine what it would be like with Rodgers in purple. So now we turn to you. Should the Vikings seriously consider bringing in Aaron Rodgers? Would you be on board? Or is this a disaster waiting to happen? Let us know in the comments. And before you go, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update like this. The next few weeks could change everything for the Vikings, and you'll want to be the first to know. Stay tuned.